Hello.
Welcome to Rapid Rants episode 42. Glad to be here. Looking forward to some awesome topics we got going on today. Let's just go ahead and move into the first one. It's a new law that they're trying to pass in California to keep anyone under 16 out of a passenger seat.
Under 16?
Well, right now in California, children 8 and over can ride in the passenger seat, but this bill looks to increase that age up to 16. We spoke to the lawmaker behind the bill, who tells us why she believes this change is needed.
So it really is to take into consideration all the varying types of seats that we sit in the car.
Under current state law, children 8 and older, or at least 4 and 9, can sit in the passenger seat. But Wilson's bill changes that, potentially raising that age to 16 years old and removing height requirements, replacing it with the 5-point test.
Absolutely. It would be mandating and making it a requirement by law.
Now, the first one is you're going to want to make sure your back can touch the back of the seat comfortably. The next is making sure that your knees are properly over the seat, with the next being with the seatbelt. Now, the lower half needs to be able to touch your hips, not your stomach, while the shoulder strap touches your chest and not your neck. The last being you can properly maintain this position without straining or slouching.
Okay, hold up. First question I have, what about midgets? What about midgets?
Yo.
But I mean, for real, this is like this crazy hands. Do you want to? Well, yeah, you're too sure you gotta go into the back so you cannot drive your car anymore.
They're called little people now.
Yeah, we're not allowed to say that anymore.
You can't say that.
That word's
I think they're. I believe the correct vernacular is dwarfs. Or is
little
that even
people
wrong?
And you know, that's a whole other thing. If I were a little person, I would prefer midget over a little person. Like, that just seems demeaning to me. I'm not a little person, so I guess I can't understand it, but I would.
Little guy.
Right?
You're so cute, little guy.
Anyway, about the law, right? It's I understand the safety aspect and everything, but to a certain point, shouldn't we just leave decisions to parents sometimes? You know.
We have a law over here. We have a law over here that you don't. If you have kids in the front, they have to have this little seat. But I think after a certain
16?
I think height, you're not supposed to get it in the front anyways, as well as law.
I know a 15-year-old that's taller than me. For real, I'm not even joking. I remember it vividly because I was like, dang, if I had a daughter that dated him, like, I'd be in trouble. So what if it's a freaking 15-year-old that's that tall? Like not be able to.
It's a 5-point test, is what she was explaining, of like where the seatbelt sits and how you have where your legs are on the seat and everything. But I mean, it's also like, how are you going to enforce this? Like, are you going to have cops pull people over who have a short person in the front seat and give them a 5-point test? I mean, and then again, right, like if there's a full-grown adult that's too little, they're allowed to drive, but they're not allowed to be in the front seat when they're not driving.
What was it, a 30-second timer? Like, what the heck happened?
That was a 2-minute.
God, dog, I needed more.
You want? All right, let's run it back. Let's go.
I still feel like the height, just like it affects the 5 points, because the way that they were showing it, like, whatever, but height in general will affect it. And like you said, how is it going to be regulated? Cops are not going to stop by every person and be like, you don't have it on. Like,
exactly.
No, I don't understand why this is a thing.
Yeah, if it was a like kind of like how rides at the fair, like it's a height requirement thing, that'd make more sense. And I get it, the safety measures of it, because heck, somebody's shorter, whatever, seatbelt, they crash, it can kill them. So I understand that. But yeah, the age thing is stupid.
But I mean, Quashana's question about like little people, whatever. Once someone gets a driver's license, are they not allowed to drive certain cars if they can't fit? Like the seatbelt doesn't sit in the right place. I feel like this is just there's too many like open-ended questions to this law especially enforcement, especially once a person has a driver's license, do they still, or do those laws still apply to them, and how their seatbelt is, it fits them perfectly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we got way more important things
That's what I'm saying,
like,
bro.
Come on, man. It's getting insane.
Making money fast, right? So
eggs cost $9 per egg. Like,
the fee, I bet the fee gonna be way higher than that. If they're gonna catch you,
Kevin Hart's in trouble. He can never.
He's my height, I think, or a little. Yeah, I think he's my height, 5'2".
All right. This next topic, I'm gonna start as a 2-minute topic. We'll run it back if we have to.
All right.
It's a new sport, guys. Are you ready to hear about this new sport that exists? Okay.
Live sperm racing is now a sport thanks to a group of entrepreneurs that just raised $1 million to launch it. And yes, it does have betting. 2 people, 1 microscopic racetrack that tests your sperm's mobility, which turns out can actually be improved with proper training. The racetrack mimics the reproductive system's chemical signals, and it will be live streamed with high-resolution cameras, have leaderboards, stats, and commentators. But it's all part of a bigger picture, something no one is really talking about. Male fertility is declining at a rapid rate. The average sperm count of men worldwide dropped by half in the past 45 years. How fast a sperm moves is a massive factor in fertility, and since that can be trained and improved, they launched sperm racing. Live sperm racing is now a sport thanks to a group of
Yo, hey, look, first off, that whole stat talking about it dropped off. Tell my brother that, because he's getting ready to be on baby number 8. That's 1.
Number 8.
2. My brother, what's the prize money? Because my brother would injure this ASAP. His is on point.
I'm trying to figure out how you train sperm. He said sperm can be trained to swim faster. Like, those little guys don't have that long of a life.
Nutrition, it's eating healthy. It's about blah blah. I bet. But how crazy is this? They don't find any other type of sport to do.
My brother don't eat healthy at all, and his is winning all the time. So I got to go on facts.
I learned something recently, and they always say it's like the fastest swimmer, the first swimmer that gets to the egg, that's the baby, but it's actually, that's not true. The egg opens up and puts out a pheromone to attract the proper sperm.
Oh, so I can get there first and be denied.
You're still not allowed in.
Ain't that about it?
Yeah.
My biology teacher told us we are all winners. You were the number 1, and that's why you're here.
Or did I tell you something? Here, it's the law. If you got, I think, the 7th child, you can request that the federal president gonna be the godfather. I had this discussion today. I was like, okay, what is the sense of having a godfather like the federal president? Like, for what? You're gonna make some gifts? I don't even know.
Wait,
but
what?
This shit is crazy.
The world just on some crazy ish these days.
But the bad thing is, I think this was something in the NS time when it was established. We had the discussion today with a friend. It was like, oh shit.
I'm lost, bro. That is crazy.
Can we put another minute in so we can
just one? All we need is
one. But I didn't know that. My friend, she told me today.
I don't know what you're talking about, Christina. I have no clue.
Like, you can request if you have, like, when you got 7 kids running around, you can request that the federal president gonna be the god that.
Like the president of Germany?
The federal president.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Political.
Okay. What's a federal president?
Yeah, well, we don't got we have the Bundeskanzler. I don't know what is it called in English right now. But then we have the president. He's a representative for, whatever. But he's a public person, like he's a political person. But after
why would we want him as the godfather?
Yeah, I don't know. But that was my question. Why should we do that? You don't even got in a relation with that dude.
That's what I'm saying.
And
the
like,
kids
if
growing
something
up, they don't
happens
even
to
know
the
nothing
parents,
about
does he
politics
adopt the
anyways.
kids?
I mean,
like, how many kids is he the godfather to? Like, that's what.
You feel me?
This is crazy. I was like, okay, gotta do some research on it.
Okay, all right.
We,
Now we're on
we
the
need
same
to look
page,
for
that
that
is
and
a
make
crazy
that whole
thing.
thing a topic one day.
Facts,
Like
though, facts.
that's
Like,
crazy.
I need to know more about that, man. I need to know way more about that.
Sperm racing. Wow.
Oh man, bro, Usher's on some other shit, man. Just
Oh,
all right, ready? So, a 45-year-old man has filed for divorce from his wife after she allowed Grammy-winning singer Usher to seduce her on stage. The husband claims the woman has never kissed him in public, and he was shocked that she could do that to a complete stranger in the presence of 20,000 people.
but she gonna kiss him.
Watch.
Go ahead, take the cherry.
That shit getting old with the fucking cherry.
Bruh.
So let me
was
start
just
this
a
off.
cherry.
Let me start this off.
Go ahead.
I do not blame Usher for all the broken marriages that has happened during his stay in Vegas. I'll tell you why. They have a choice to, when he comes around, they make themselves available for Usher. You know what I'm saying? So look, ladies, if you don't want your husband, if you know your husband, don't play that. You feel me? If y'all got to open, I don't know, but don't do it. Usher, this ain't on you, G. I'm with you. Keep giving them cherries, homie.
And you
Entertain
can't
the
say
people.
You can't say Usher didn't warn you, bro. Don't leave your girl around me.
True player for real.
I feel
It's a
like
show.
he probably was like, she's never done that to me in bed. Like the way she was messing with those cherries.
Saw the way she was looking at him. She was in fantasy
she was
mode.
Yeah, but this is disrespectful towards her husband.
Big
Don't
facts.
do that.
Yes.
Even if it's, I don't know, whoever it is. But I mean, you know what is coming along when you are going on stage, blah, 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 sitting down and you popping the cherry, you know? But you have to have respect for your marriage and for your husband. You're not supposed to do that. No way.
I mean, he's walking around with a cup full of cherries, bro. Like,
And it drives them insane.
Weird to me.
It really
It's so weird.
Hey, Omarion,
Barrel of cherries.
check me out. Omarion has he having watermelons on stage. And what he does is he sets the watermelons up. They're already open. They're like cut in half. Him and his dancers will go and they start like eating and licking the watermelon, obviously imitating. And the crowd goes nuts. I think it's disgusting, but the crowd doesn't, obviously.
People really put celebrities at on a pedestal, right? Like they just admire it. And obviously with the way that Usher did that, she seriously just fucked up that marriage. And because at the end of the day, you didn't set the standard, that you didn't walk away like Lashana said. Like you entertained it. You entertained it, and that's the real problem.
Well, and not just entertained it.
Right?
Like she didn't have to walk away. She could have just been cheering, like, "Oh my God, Usher's singing to me right now. I'm cheering. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm loud." She didn't have to like.
Yeah, but she was licking
that
the
part
damn
of the show,
cherry like she was licking something else with so much passion. And her husband was like, "Oh, she never did this with me."
Exactly, but that's that part of the show. Like he has a residency in Vegas, so there's so many videos of people that are boyfriends or people that are angry because their girls did that. At that part of the show, he goes to the girl.
I did not know that.
And it's that type of, it's an interaction. He's seducing her, he's serenading her. So they like all of
not
the
even special, bro. That's a part of the act. Like
it is. So you need to make sure that you're single before you indulge, because
but then they don't want to know what is going on, that they're going to like a strip, show. Where they're all naked, upper body, getting the girls on stage doing all that. Like
everybody in 2025 that bought a ticket to that show know what's up. There's no he's done it too much now since he's been there. It's like there's no more excuses. Nobody can say they didn't know. Oh, Usher came to me, I didn't know how to. No, you knew.
A question: is he still married?
Oh, is he still married?
Usher, is he still married?
Oh yeah, hey, look, his wife, she down with it. That check getting signed.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, but I think like
The
I
mortgage
don't
is
know.
paid. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, it's tactic. It's like it's strategy for his stuff, but whatever.
Yeah. Now he didn't physically kiss her. You know,
Yeah,
he's
but you
got
have
real
to do
close.
this.
The cherries
you
are
know.
worse than a kiss.
Well, for her, him, he's just watching the cherry get handed.
Okay.
All right, so this one of the biggest problems in our world, according to this guy right now.
The biggest problem of our society now is individuals who are highly opinionated, who will not exchange open-mindedly the different opinions about things, and are in their echo chambers, whether it's on the particular media that they're connected to and so on, who are then having conflicts with each other. This is a threat to our society.
Preach.
I
Yes.
completely agree with that. Too many people are opinionated, but they don't want to have an actual conversation about differences in opinion. You're not trying to come to a place of convincing. It's a place of understanding a certain perspective. Now, the issue with that is that people don't have it. They don't have it anymore. It's hard because then it's considered an argument, not a discussion.
Yes. And my God, you find that a lot in relationships. It for real is like when you know how we always on the show many times talk about communication. These people who are this way that are extremely opinionated and don't want to hear anything, that's their issue. That's not communicating, that's talking over that, you know what I'm saying? And no one could, you can't get nothing done that way.
Yeah, but people are ignorant nowadays, right?
Over the
Like
top.
they are really ignorant. Even if they say, okay, I respect every different type of opinions, but at the end, even if they're listening, they don't take the time to reflect, let it sink, think about it again, and just, let their opinion might have an influence on their opinion. So they are so stubborn in their ways. So you just better leave that alone.
Absolutely, and that like the most ignorant people today are the most dangerous kind because they think they're intelligent, because they spend time on social media and they watch conspiracy theory reels and they do this and that. Like it's just right now our country is so polarized, more so than it has been since before the civil rights movement. I have a friend who he doesn't speak to his own father anymore because my friend is like, he's like far left. I think he's unreasonably left wing, and his dad is unreasonably right wing, far right. And like they're both so sure that everything that their political party believes is 100% right, 100% the truth, that it's fractured a relationship between a father and a son.
But I recognize over there in the States, like things are really political. And if you are of the opinion or for one party or the others, this really can split friendships.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yes,
over
absolutely.
here,
I know
you
personally.
this is bad. Why you let the political and the views influence your relationship with other people? I respect, I got even a friend, he is of some other shit. I'm just like, yo, I'm literally not down. I respect your way, what you think of it. I totally disagree, but we still good. We just don't talk about it like that anymore.
Exactly.
Right?
Well, like
But
someone
good
actually stopped
friendships.
being friends with me because I didn't vote. She was like, "You don't understand. I guess we have differences in opinion of our civic duties and responsibilities."
Oh, don't get me started. Don't. Okay.
I'm sorry,
I can tell better to vote against instead of
Imagine,
not
wait,
voting
you
at
didn't
all.
vote? Oh God.
Peace out.
No, but I'm just saying, like, for me personally, I would say it's better to vote against instead of not voting at all, right?
Well,
But it should
I'm
be
not. Okay. I disagree with that because at this point, the lesser of two evils has gotten worse and worse and worse and worse and worse over the last 20, 25 years. in this country. On top of the fact that, like, I don't understand why no one can accept the fact that, like, Democrats can be right about some stuff and Republicans can be right about some stuff. You don't have to. It's not just so. Man, you just changed the timer. I had like the 10-second close up thing.
Damn,
now you
my
messed me
bad.
up.
Because I have got something on it. I got something on it, bro.
Go ahead.
Look, this as far as the voting thing, I feel like when people want to make certain change and you really want to see if your vote counting or whatever, I feel like people need to vote, like, not just presidency, like in your community. Like if you're complaining about the cops in your community, then you need to be voting for when the next sheriff is coming or the next
local elections. Local elections are the most important thing, and you actually do have influence. That matters. That changes your everyday life. I 100% agree.
Yeah. Now the timer can go off, and
right.
I didn't mean to mess you up like that, bro.
Good, man. Okay, and there's a new movement on TikTok with parents who feel that we should not have sex education in our schools. This is a sex ed teacher who explains how she teaches sex ed from K through 12.
From K through 12. Okay.
Anytime I would tell people I taught sex ed to K through 12, people go, you're teaching kindergartners about sex?
Right.
I'm not teaching kindergartners about sex. I'm teaching kindergartners about your body belongs to you. How do you keep your body healthy, safe, and strong? Do you brush your teeth? Do you eat fruits and vegetables? Do you run around to keep your heart nice and strong? Third, fourth grade, we're talking about sharing. How do you ask for something before you take it from someone, which is the precursor to the consent conversation that you have with 6th through 8th graders.
Yep.
That is what sex education is and should be. And then also, when we get to high school, yes, we are going to talk about sex and we are going to talk about condoms, because guess what? The kids are...
Yes. They are. Yes.
They're
facts.
Yes. Yeah. It's happening.
It's happening.
We can't stop it.
So stop acting like it's not happening.
Once she explained it all, I agree.
Yeah, but why are you calling it sex ed K through 12?
No, really, because it's the same way people are like, oh, I don't understand school. It was a waste of time. The one thing that you're going to be able to take from school are all the things you learn everything. You learn discipline. You learn chain of command. You learn about discipline from being punctual. So when she's talking about like that portion where it's like teaching about how to ask for someone to share, that's consent. When people get older, and people like, no, I don't give a damn if you say no, baby, I'm gonna take that. It's it's a form. It's like
my thing is, it's
putting
like
those values.
The way that she said the term sex ed, like we immediately think of something else. That's health. Like what you're doing is health and wellness. But if you market it at that, it's not going to get as much traction.
Yeah,
now,
I don't think she marketed it. I doubt that she marketed. When she talks about it, I believe. But I feel like when she's in school, all right, kids, for sex ed today, I don't think she does it that way.
No, but I'm saying like in public, that's what she's saying. Now, I think sex ed is very important. My mom had the choice to either graduate high school early, or take sex ed. That was her last class that she needed to graduate early. That was her last class. And she was the most innocent person. And she was talking about how she just wants to go to school. And they still let her pass, right? I had to tell my mom what condoms were for.
What?
But I mean,
yes.
I think
thank God for that. Leslie wouldn't be here. Thank God. Thank God she didn't.
What do you mean? What?
We were talking. And she said something about, it's not like I can get pregnant right now. And I said, but it does protect you from STDs. She was like, wait, really? Yes. Yes.
How old were you?
But I think it's good that they are.
She was 3.
I was in kindergarten.
Oh,
no, I think I was 16, 17.
Okay.
Wow.
But I think it's good that they, having these topics in school, because families are not all families are open when it comes to sexuality, sex. They don't get they don't get clarified to know what is going on. So I think at least they should know in school what it makes to protect yourself, what it means. Okay, what is sex whatsoever. So I think it's a good thing, depending on how they do it. But I think like, for instance, different cultures, they don't talk. There's a taboo. Like they don't talk about anything, right? They would not even tell you, okay, There will be a time when a woman start bleeding. They don't know no shit. They just gonna be shocked, like, oh my God, what is happening with my body? So I think it's important to have that.
You do have to educate people,
Yeah,
especially when
definitely.
they are younger, because you don't really understand what's going around with your body. Periods, hormones, like all of that.
I actually never took sex ed.
What?
Yeah, it's I was in a very conservative Baptist school, and that I left there in 9th grade, and they wait so long. It's 10th grade that they usually have sex ed. I went to a public school after that, and they had sex ed in, like, 7th grade or something like that. So I skipped it. I never took it.
They
Maybe
started
that explains a
here, I
lot,
think,
but
in
I don't know.
elementary school already. I think 1st grade.
God, dog.
Wait, hold on. What do they teach you?
Like about the body, how does it work? What is a penis? How
In
I
1st
think I
grade?
don't know. For starting from elementary school, yeah. Because here you got kids who are going to be pregnant with 12. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
yeah.
Yeah.
this is crazy.
She's right.
That's true.
So, this
Man,
I was playing with puppies at that time. Come on now.
I'm cute in New York. Yo soy dominicana también.
All right.
you have problems.
So we have a white
And
rapper.
somebody just said here, I don't think it's good for elementary school children. I believe the parents should be over that. Yeah, but what if the parents don't do?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. We have there's a new white rapper gaining a lot of traction right now. That is freely using the N-word.
Oh, this kid.
The N-word.
That new rapper Ginn Lee, have you seen him?
Yeah. I thought it's Ginn Lee.
Is it Ginn?
Like gin for ginger.
Well, first of all,
he's a black dude that says he's a white dude that says the N-word.
I'm that nigga, I just said it, and I stand on it. They said, please don't go that route, I ain't playing on it. I'm that nigga, you don't like it, let's get active. Please don't get killed for what I say, I'm just rapping. He was flexing with all that money, no he can't buy no cash. Caught his whole ass off in traffic, no I flipped it, nigga.
It's interesting.
Yeah, he is, and he's like, he's confident saying it.
He seems really like he's from that culture.
Yeah. So now are we witnessing that word become more of a cultural thing and not a specific race thing?
What the hell are you talking about?
Whew.
Sheesh.
Lord have mercy.
So I'm not going
your
first.
thoughts on that first, like Leslie.
Is it because we're black?
Blaze.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
I want you to have your opinion first.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
I feel offended.
It's such a tricky topic because it's like it's being used more and more and more, and I get it from all aspects. I get it from the racial aspect where they're like, oh, nigger this, nigger that, and and that was the thing. Like my aunt, for example, she doesn't use the word, don't even want to hear it. She always lets us know and gives us the disclaimer. All right, if y'all could not say it around me, because I know y'all do, I would appreciate it. And we respect her, and we won't. Me, honestly, it's one of my favorite words. I can't help it. It's a noun. It's a person, place, or thing, but I understand why, like anybody outside of the, I wouldn't even say out of the race, because I feel like it's white people are the only ones that can't. Spanish, Chinese, it depends. Like for whatever reason, they get the pass as if they're like us, but white people can't. But the reason is because
we're the ones who use the word wrong in the first place.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, I understand the controversy for it's so crazy. It's hard to even talk about it because clearly you're offending somebody. The fact that I'm not angry about it and I'm the Incredible Hulk, I become the house Nick. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're just the Uncle Tom nigga. You know what I'm saying? You just so it's
yeah. Someone will say that in the comments.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he doesn't say. I think he didn't say it because to offend someone. It's just like more like, okay, I'm the dude, I'm the whatever. But I mean, he could have just said like, I'm the white nigga or something else to just make it
Nope.
seems a little bit more like whatsoever, instead of just press it out,
No,
be like, okay,
for me, I don't know. Look, like if you and your circle, if your crew is cool with you saying it, and you can say it around them, and they don't get it, there. Look, that
Then
more
that's
power
cool.
to you. That doesn't have anything to do with anything. But if you are from the culture, then you respect the culture to understand it enough.
Exactly.
That this represents so much more than you and your friends. Your friends giving you the N-word pass. It doesn't count for the whole world. You're still a white person.
I'm sure Eminem says it in his everyday life, but you never caught him on
I don't think
camera.
he does, bro. He's too safe. He's not gonna get caught slipping.
That's what I'm
bro.
saying. He never but I'm sure amongst his friends,
him and D12 said you could say.
You feel me?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
I'm sure, but I got another homeboy of mine that's literally like, you can't tell me this dude ain't black. This is everything about him. From 12 and up, he was raised in the streets. He's all of that, but he can never be himself because of what society is. When we're around each other, it's cool. Do you? You feel me? Because I understand what it is, but he would never in his music. He would never in person. And he would never do it because he understands that they are a group of people who are truly offended by it.
Yeah, but I have a homeboy as well. Like one of my good friends, he also called me that. It was like, oh, I'm not even black. What you talking about? I'm not calling you slit eye. So
I feel like that's kind of a term of endearment, you know.
but you are like, if you are a music artist, you put it out there, like you can get like a lot of haters right there.
Oh, for sure. I mean, this guy's got traction though. I don't understand. Like, I didn't go through too many of the comments, but I mean, he's got a big following. It's crazy to me how people are accepting him.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Time for the questions, y'all. Let's start with.
Did we not let Leslie talk at all that entire segment?
I'm sorry.
Well, how do you feel about it, Leslie?
Do I have like 30 seconds?
You have as long as you want.
Now, bring it on, bring it on.
So my mom, I never grew up with that word ever. It wasn't until that I got older and people started using it. And I still didn't say it to like a few months ago. And some of my friends went, just say it, Leslie. Like, you're black. Just say it.
That's right. That's right.
I said it, and it was like my throat felt like it was closing when I said it. And they started laughing at me, and they're like, I see why you don't say it. Like,
that's how my youngest sister. My youngest sister refuses. I'm like,
I can't.
Just let it out, honey. Just one time for big bro. Just let it out.
Like all my cousins, they said it when I lived in New York and I would visit them. They all said it. Dominican, Puerto Rican, whatever. But I never said it.
Yeah.
And it's weird when I hear my dad saying it too. I'm like,
You give it a look like.
Weird. It feels weird.
All right. Question time. Let's Krishana's question.
Okay, I think my question I was thinking about is what you describe as masculine and feminine in your definition.
What countries would you describe as masculine or feminine?
No, in general, is a character sort of
a characteristics.
Yeah, characteristics. Would you describe like what is like in your opinion masculine and feminine?
For me, I would say masculine is providing both support and safety. For feminine, and I'm gonna get hate on this, whatever, is like bringing peace and kind of servitude. If that, like, yeah, that's the way that I see it.
Yeah, I wouldn't see that as
with the non-traditional people. That might offend some people. So.
Yeah. Non-traditional people. What do you mean with that?
Oh, like people are now hating on wives that are taking on traditional roles. They're calling them trad wives and basically saying that you're bringing us back. This is the problem. Yeah.
Women who want to stay home and raise the kids.
Exactly. Raise the kids, cook for your man, clean the house. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But that's why I say servitude, especially if a man is providing support as well as safety. Servitude. There's a reciprocity with that, give and take. So
yeah, I feel with masculinity is leading, and not saying that women don't lead, so please don't attack me, people. but
You get the
leading,
hating
taking,
afterward.
leading, protecting, your family, protecting, standing on, what you believe, doing the different, the the rugged things, the changing of the tire, all of those type of things. I feel like those are all masculine traits, and even though I believe women definitely can do them, they're still, to me, still considered masculine traits. Now, feminine traits are nagging.
Oh, bro.
What the hell? We're gonna boot you out of the damn fucking room. Come on now.
I'm playing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
Nagging. Okay, go ahead. The comment running.
Yes,
we don't got no time.
Feminine traits, I believe, are definitely nurturing. Definitely nurturing, and even though I feel like men can nurture, you know what I'm saying, to an extent, I feel like it is a feminine trait to nurture, to be that support system and that help. Even though I feel like a king and queen position, even though the king is who the king is, I'm sure the king still, all right, go sleep on the couch. You feel me? They respect the queen. The queen is that even though he has that power, she still has her power, but she's supportive, she's submissive, not in a slave type way. I feel like a feminine trait is being submissive and supportive.
And I feel like that's what's going to get tripped up because I said servitude, but I feel it in a more modern sense. I want to clarify that. Just clarify. I'm not saying you're a slave.
Also, look, masculine traits and feminine traits we're not saying like what men's roles and women's roles should be or are. Everyone has a masculine side. Everyone has a feminine side. You can be the worker, the guy that does the tough things, but you're also nurturing. If you love your wife, you love your kids, you're nurturing. So it's all, I don't think it's a separation there. Quishana, 15 seconds.
Oh my God. Okay. I would say the man, of course, he should be a little taken over, protective. You need to have the feeling like, okay, he protecting the family, he's supporting me, he just taking over a little bit of control, that I could be a little bit more submissive, in a certain type of way. But me, I just try to bring harmony. I just, like caring about the family, my man, to make it feel like home. I think this is also, but my dad raised me as a guy, I got everything under control, but I like to give some of my, I'll be like, okay, go handle it, babe. I'm good.
Leslie's question.
Okay, what is the biggest risk you've taken so far?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Now, I don't know if like what you were asking is like a life risk, some like
doesn't have to be.
It's up to you.
All right, here's my answer, right? Like this was probably 10 years ago. I got pulled over, found out my license was suspended. Okay, they took my license, they took my license plate, all that. My friend drove the car home. I had to keep working, so I kept on driving. 1 week to the day later, I'm on my way to work, and I get pulled over by a state trooper on the highway. He comes up to me, says, license, registration. I was like, I don't have it, sir. He said, why? I was like, because they took it from me last time they pulled me over.
Uh-oh.
So he went back to his car.
You were honest.
Bro, he was in there for like, it felt like an hour. It was probably 2 minutes. I'm texting my ex-wife and my wife at the time, and I was like, I'm going to jail. No doubt. I am going to jail today. Like, there's no way I'm coming home. He comes back and he was like, look, man, you didn't bullshit me. Here's the same 7 tickets they wrote you last time they pulled you over. You have 2 sets of them. Get out of the car, find someone to drive you home. Okay. No problem.
Wow.
I'll take it. That might be white privilege. I don't know.
That's exactly what it is.
The truth will set you free.
I would have got body slammed. It would have been, all right, step out of the car. Oh, you want me to step out? All right, definitely. He's resisting arrest. No, I said I'll get out of the car. He's raising his voice. He's got a gun. It's a microphone.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
A risk.
That's
I think,
right
sometimes you're just getting over into emotional type of stuff and you don't really think rational, right? So this what put you in a risk. I remember back then I was with my friends at a club, and there was this pissy ass drunk guy, and he poured over the whole glass and drinks over my outfit, and I was so mad. But instead of apologizing, he came at me with attitude. And instead of thinking like, okay, I'm just only 5'2", I'm a girl, I didn't give a shit about it. I got on him and was like, yo, can you even apologize? And he got into the security had to get us separated. And I really thought in that moment, okay, maybe I should not risk it, because if you're going to punch me, I'll be knocked the fuck out. But I was like, hell no, you're going to be acting like it's okay to drop all that shit over my outfit. So it was a mess, but
Hey, look, I ain't gonna hold you. This happened in Germany?
Mm-hmm.
So the guy was like white boy German.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
but he was not tall. That's why I was like, oh, come on now, dude.
But check me out. Because you look of Asian descent, you probably can karate kick me in the face. That's our thought every time. So therefore, that's why he didn't punch you. So use that to your advantage.
But the good thing they threw him out. I was able to stay. But in case, well, I'm Korean. It's gonna be Taekwondo, not karate.
Taekwondo. I think that one's more vicious, ain't it?
All right, Blaze. Biggest risk.
Oh, this is it's not an easy question to answer.
Leslie, you got one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go. You go.
Okay. So I was at a fish concert. Was it Fish? Whatever. I was at a concert with one of my friends, and drugs got involved, alcohol got involved. And I was gonna use the bathroom. I tried finding her. I couldn't find her. So I go home to people that are going back to Columbus, and I get a ride there. They drop me off. My phone died. I'm trying to contact her, and then she found some guy, and she spent the night at their place.
Oh.
Yeah, that could have ended really badly.
Yeah, I do know the biggest risk I took. So the ex before last ex. So I'm coming back from a performance or whatever. This white girl was dumb, face drunk, horrible. So I literally helped her stumbling in the street, neighborhood we were in. I knew something could happen to her. Brought her to the place. Girlfriend still asleep in the room. Now I knew.
Oh no!
So I knew if she woke up and saw a drunk white girl in the house, I would be dead. But I was like, I used her phone, tried to call whoever. Long story short, somebody came, picked her up. She never knew the girl was in the house.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
That would have
sounds like a sitcom episode, bro.
Yeah, that would have been vicious. So what baby, yeah, it would have been.
I swear, I was just trying to help her out. It was a good deed. I promise.
I'm ready for your question, bro. I'm ready for yours. I'm going last. I'm ready for yours.
All right. What is the weirdest or pettiest reason that you have lost interest with someone or broken up with them?
So I went to the movies. Me and this chick went to the movies. Her name was Kiki. That's how I met her. That's she told me her name was when I met her. So it was Kiki. Wasn't too much. It was some early on. Let's go to the movies. So we chilled downtown, talked a little bit, had food, went to the movies. While the previews were playing, so she was like, so what's your real name? I'm like, no, Blaze is my name. Went through the whole spiel that my name is Blaze. What's yours? She said Keisha. Now my mother's name is Keisha. She immediately became the ugliest person I've ever seen in my life. Not saying that my mother's ugly because she's beautiful, but you had my mom's name. I was completely turned off. I was like, yeah, this ain't going to work. And I literally got up and left. But you drove, and I literally threw like 20 and was like, cab. It was horrible. I'm ashamed of it, but this it was horrible. Yeah, I know. I was like 22, something like that. I was young.
Oh my
but
God.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, for me, so I like to treat guys, like pay dinner, drinks, whatever, when I was single. And we go out and I order one taco. This person orders a whole platter and street corn. I'll pay for it, whatever. But then we go to the bar and I didn't mind. That threw me off or whatever. We go to the bar and they are asking for a drink, but they never asked if I wanted a drink. Nothing. I was like, yeah, I'm done. So I didn't talk to them again. I was like, fuck you. I ain't paying.
Yeah, but I feel you on that. This is
I think that should be stricken from the record book for this question because you had every right.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
That's
for sure.
I felt like, but that's okay, I haven't had a lot of boyfriends, so
Good girl.
I think I've only had like what 3, 4, maybe, including one in high school. Anyways, continue.
Good girl.
Kushana.
Oh well, I had back then when I was dating someone I was young, but anyways, when this guy said like, oh, I'm so hungry, I was like, yeah, go ahead, buy you something, and he said like, oh yeah, but I don't got no money. I was like, oh, mom was supposed to buy you something now, huh? I was like, come on now. I bought him a drink and some food, and that was like, okay, that was the last time I ever gonna go on a damn fucking date with him. Like, come on now. Really? You hungry? You should have ate a damn fucking toast before he would go on a date. Like, are you serious now? Or someone who got like, I don't know, got like all dirt under the fingernails. It's just such a big turn off. I'm just like,
I feel that. I mean, why go out if you have no money? Like that's
Exactly.
just a bad idea.
Exactly.
yeah, this is bad. Like, oh, and then putting yourself as a victim, like, oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, poor boy. What you want to eat?
So back in high school, there was this girl. I'm not gonna say her name because she's on my Facebook still. But I was chasing her for a while, right? Like I was trying hard to get a date, and I finally landed a date with her. I'm taking her to a hookah bar, and I'm driving. I used to drive like nice, fast little coupes and things like that. I was modified and stuff like that. So my turn signal was broken. You know when your turn signal is broken, it blinks real fast.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So I hit the left turn signal and she asked like, why is that blinking so fast? And I looked at her dead ass serious. I was like, I really like making left turns, so I modified it to be more exciting. To my knowledge, she still believes that to this day.
No,
and when she actually bought that, I was like, well, this is it. This is the last date. We're gonna have a good time tonight, but I'm not calling you back. This is over.
You should have said like, oh really?
Yeah, yours is worse. You're a freaking douche.
Was though. I will gladly admit that.
I'm ready. So, do any of you believe that if you watch a type of horror or demonic film, that it will somehow affect you demonically in real life? I asked this question because I just seen the movie Sinners, and my God, social media is pissing me off with how much they're like, oh my God, Christians don't watch this film because the portals of the hell and all of that. It's a freaking vampire movie, bro. But
wait, hold on. What do they think that you're gonna be like possessed?
It's so much. There's one post where they're talking about, like, it's a Christian influencer. Oh, just you don't watch this, Christians, if you believe in the Bible and spirits. We're in a world of warfare. Watching this movie opens up so many demonic portals, and then there's someone else. It's a lot. It's insane to me. But it's a freaking vampire movie, bro.
It is a good. You can recommend it.
It's fire. It's fire.
It is. Okay.
Yeah.
I might watch it though. I like horror movies, but
Yeah,
I
me
think
too,
it
but
would not affect me. No, not
When I was younger, I definitely believed that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Just because growing up in a certain culture, you understand it a little bit more. But I had to tell myself, just because I'm watching this doesn't mean like some demon or spirit's gonna come after me in the middle of this night. But yeah, it took a lot of unprogramming to watch horrors.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I didn't know that people believed that at all.
I believe.
I mean, the only thing when you are watching those type of horror, mystery type of movies, right? You think if you hear something, okay, it's related to that. Like if you watch it, like the what you call it, the Ouija board type of
Yeah. I can't. Yes.
That if you're walking somewhere down the street and it's night and you hear like it sound like. Okay.
Exactly. Now I believe that you definitely can be influenced by a lot of different things, and I feel like that's how things happen. But I feel like if you have the mindset of I'm not gonna watch a freaking serial killer movie and now I want to go out and kill people. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't watch a freaking like a movie that got a lot of sex scenes in it, like the show Power. Power is 40% action, 60% sexy.
Straight up, dude.
I don't never after I'm done, baby. Come on, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's really the mindset of a person. I truly believe.
That's wild, bro. How about like the y'all heard about the stuff with the cast of Wicked?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Like after
I
they
didn't
were
really.
done filming, bro, like they all got like sick, and I mean like they're anorexic, and it's just it's crazy. People say that they like brought on curses to themselves for doing that movie.
Yeah,
Wasn't
there's
that
a
like with that one? It wasn't Poltergeist, was it? With the little girl and like how people on the cast were dying.
yeah.
I forgot what movie that was.
It was not Poltergeist. It's the one with the freaking Jack Nicholson.
Was it?
Uh,
Not.
Oh, The Shining.
No, it wasn't.
no,
The
no,
Shining.
it wasn't The Shining. I'm tripping. It wasn't.
But that kind of
Yeah.
terrified me too. It was
Now
like,
there was a movie. I can't remember what it's called. It just came out recently, and because it's based on a true story. It was a crazy type spirit, like taking over body type movie, but it was based on a true story. And through filming it, they like had a pastor or whatever with them, and they prayed literally before every scene. And that's how terrified they were of recreating it, because they filmed it in the same house that it happened in and everything. So they were like not playing. So I'm not saying that I don't believe that, demonic possession and all that crap don't exist. I'm not saying that. All I'm just saying, you're not going to watch a damn movie and it's going to freaking open portals.
But do you believe in exorcism type of stuff? Demons and possession.
Like watching the movie makes a difference. If that movie opens portals up, bro, it's playing anyway. The portals are open.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a mind. To me, I have like all of that stuff is like a mind thing, bro.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. But look, this has been a great episode. Thank you to everyone watching. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things we want you to do. You can catch us every single Friday at 3 p.m. EST on
the most prestigious network in the land, the Signature Series Network.